Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the latest and most compelling updates from the world of the British royal family. Today, we delve into a subject that continues to capture global attention and evoke deep contemplation: the complex and, by many accounts, increasingly strained relationship between the two sons of King Charles III, Prince William and Prince Harry. For years, the bond between these brothers was a source of comfort and strength, particularly following the profound tragedy they experienced in their youth. They stood shoulder to shoulder, seemingly inseparable heirs to a legacy that stretches back centuries. However, in recent times, a palpable distance has grown between them, evolving from whispers of disagreement into what is now widely described as a significant and painful rift. This evolving dynamic has reached a new inflection point, according to recent reports circulating among royal observers and the media. It appears that Prince William, the heir to the throne, has made a deeply personal and perhaps final determination regarding the future of his connection with his younger sibling, Prince Harry. It's a development that speaks volumes about the depth of the current discord and carries weighty implications for the future of the monarchy itself. Before we unpack the details of this significant turn of events, if you find these insights into the royal family's affairs valuable, please take a moment to like this video. Your support helps us continue to bring you these in-depth reports. And if you haven't already, do remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future updates. Your engagement truly makes a difference. The backdrop to this developing situation is, of course, the decision made by the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, along with his wife Meghan Markle, to step back from their roles as senior working members of the royal family. This pivotal moment occurred in early 2020, a move that sent ripples of surprise and speculation across the world. They subsequently relocated across the Atlantic, first to Canada and then to California in the United States, embarking on a path towards financial independence and a life away from the immediate glare of the British royal spotlight. While this physical distance was established, the emotional and relational distance from some members of his family, particularly his father, King Charles, and his elder brother, Prince William, has, unfortunately, only seemed to widen over time. What began as a desire for a different life and role has, according to various accounts and public statements, morphed into a more profound estrangement. Several key events have been identified as significant contributors to this growing divide. Among the most prominent is the publication of Prince Harry's memoir titled Spare. Released to enormous anticipation and subsequent widespread reaction, the book offered an unprecedentedly candid and at times critical account of Harry's life within and outside the royal family. It detailed personal struggles, recounted perceived slights, and offered his perspective on the dynamics and challenges of navigating life as the spare to the heir. The revelations contained within its pages were described by many as bombshells and were widely reported to have caused considerable discomfort and distress within the royal household. Prior to the book's release, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle also participated in a high-profile interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021, followed by a multi-part documentary series on Netflix titled Harry and Meghan, which premiered in late 2022. These platforms were used to share their experiences, articulate their reasons for leaving royal life, and voice their frustrations and grievances. While they presented their narrative, these public airings of private family matters were seen by many, including sources close to the palace, as further damaging the already fragile relationships. These cumulative events, the departure from royal duties, the revealing interviews, and the deeply personal memoir, have, it is widely understood, significantly complicated the path towards any meaningful reconciliation between Prince Harry and his family in the UK. The trust that forms the bedrock of any relationship, particularly one under such intense public scrutiny, appears to have been severely tested. Adding to the recent narrative surrounding Prince Harry, he recently gave an interview to the BBC. In this particular conversation, the focus was less on family dynamics and more on a specific legal challenge he has been pursuing. Prince Harry used this interview to voice his profound disappointment and devastation over a setback in his ongoing legal case concerning his personal security arrangements when he visits the United Kingdom. He has been engaged in legal action against the British government's decision to remove his automatic right to police protection when he is in the UK, arguing that his security is compromised without it, making it difficult for him and his family to visit safely. His emotional expression of devastation during this interview highlighted the personal stakes involved in this legal battle. Now, it is against this backdrop of continued public commentary from Prince Harry, layered upon the earlier, more direct criticisms found in his book and documentary, that the reports regarding Prince William's stance have emerged. A source described as an insider recently shared insights with the publication US Weekly, shedding light on Prince William's current disposition concerning his relationship with his younger brother. According to this insider, Prince William has seemingly reached a point of resolution, or perhaps resignation, regarding the situation. The source indicated that the future king doesn't talk about Harry anymore. This statement, if accurate, is incredibly telling. It suggests not just a lack of communication, which has been reported before, but a deeper decision to perhaps wall off that part of his life, at least in his immediate conversations. It implies a level of emotional disengagement or a conscious effort to focus on other matters. The insider further elaborated on this dynamic, stating that within Prince William's close circle, and likely among those who work closely with him, there is an unspoken understanding. Everyone knows it's a subject that they shouldn't bring up, so he hasn't brought up the interview and won't, the source reportedly said. This detail paints a picture of an environment where the topic of Prince Harry is actively avoided, a sensitive subject that is best left untouched in the presence of the Prince of Wales. This kind of silence can often be more indicative of the depth of a problem than any public argument. It suggests that the situation is not merely unresolved, but has reached a point where discussing it is either too painful, too futile, or simply deemed unproductive. The US Weekly report, citing this insider, went on to state that Prince William is, in their assessment, done with his younger sibling. The word done carries a significant weight. It implies a sense of finality, a feeling that efforts towards reconciliation or even maintaining a close relationship have been exhausted or deemed impossible under the current circumstances. It suggests that Prince William may have reached a personal conclusion that, for the sake of his own well-being, his focus on his duties, and the stability of the institution he is preparing to lead, he must move forward without the expectation of a close personal bond with Harry as it once was. Furthermore, the report from the insider also touched upon the future, specifically what might happen when Prince William ascends to the throne and becomes king. When he, William, becomes king, the source predicted, everybody thinks the divide will become even wider. This is a somber prediction, but one that resonates with the inherent challenges of their positions. As king, William's role will become even more central, his duties more demanding, and his life even more intrinsically linked to the institution of the monarchy. Any personal conflicts could potentially be seen as distractions or even impediments to the smooth functioning of the crown. If the relationship is already strained now, the immense weight and responsibility of kingship could tragically push the brothers further apart, making the already difficult task of bridging the gap seem almost insurmountable. The demands of the crown often necessitate difficult personal sacrifices, and this might be one of them. It is important to consider Prince Harry's perspective in all of this. While reports from insiders offer a view of Prince William's potential stance, Prince Harry himself has publicly expressed his feelings regarding the family rift. Notably, in one of his recent interviews, he spoke candidly about his hopes and the painful realities of the situation. Prince Harry revealed that he yearns for reconciliation with his family, stating, "I would love reconciliation with my family." These are poignant words, expressing a desire for healing and the mending of broken bonds. It indicates that despite everything that has transpired, the hope for a restored relationship remains, at least on his part. However, he also acknowledged the significant hurdles that stand in the way of this reconciliation, particularly in the wake of his public revelations. He admitted, with apparent understanding of the consequences of his actions, that some members of my family will never forgive me for writing a book. Of course, they will never forgive me for lots of things. This is a powerful admission. Prince Harry seems to recognize that the candidness of his memoir and other public statements has caused deep hurt and offense to certain family members, to the extent that forgiveness may not be forthcoming from everyone. This acknowledgement adds a layer of complexity to his stated desire for reconciliation. He seems to understand that the path forward, if one exists, will be fraught with difficulty and may not lead to the complete healing he might hope for. Despite this challenging reality, Prince Harry expressed a weariness with the ongoing conflict. He concluded his thought on the matter by saying, "But I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore." This statement suggests a desire to cease hostilities, to move past the conflict, and to find a way towards peace, even if complete forgiveness or a return to the old closeness is not possible. It reflects a yearning to end the public and private struggle that has defined their relationship for the past few years. Comparing these two perspectives, the insider report suggesting Prince William is done and has made the topic off limits, and Prince Harry's expressed desire for reconciliation while acknowledging the likelihood of unforgiveness paints a complex and rather heartbreaking picture. It suggests that the brothers are currently on very different wavelengths regarding their relationship. One is reportedly moving towards acceptance of a permanent distance, while the other still holds onto a hope for mending things, albeit with a realistic understanding of the obstacles. The potential finality of Prince William's reported decision is particularly significant. As the future head of state and the monarchy, his focus must, by necessity, be on his duties, the welfare of the nation, and the stability of the institution he represents. A prolonged, public, or even privately draining conflict with his brother could be seen as a distraction from these immense responsibilities. If he has indeed reached a point where he feels done, it might signify a decision to prioritize his role and the demands of the crown above the challenging and seemingly intractable personal conflict with Harry. This is not to say it would be an easy decision, but perhaps one he feels is necessary for the greater good, as he perceives it. The prospect of the divide widening further when William becomes king is also a sobering thought. The pressures on a monarch are unlike any other. The need for unity and a clear focus is paramount. If the relationship between the king and his sibling is strained, it could, in theory, present challenges for the monarchy's public image and internal dynamics. The historical precedent of royal siblings navigating their roles relative to the heir is complex, and this modern situation, playing out on a global stage, adds unique layers of difficulty. This situation serves as a poignant reminder that even within the most extraordinary families, personal relationships can face immense challenges. The added burden of royal duty, intense public scrutiny, and differing life paths can create pressures that are incredibly difficult to withstand. The story of William and Harry, once a symbol of fraternal unity, has become a testament to the painful reality of family estrangement, amplified by their unique positions in the world. The reports about Prince William's stance, if accurate, mark a potentially significant turning point in the brothers' relationship. It suggests a move away from active attempts to bridge the gap towards an acceptance of a perhaps irreversible distance. Coupled with Prince Harry's acknowledgement of unforgiveness, it paints a picture of a rift that is deep and, for now, seemingly without a clear path to being fully healed. It leaves many observers wondering what the future truly holds for the relationship between these two brothers. Will circumstances change? Will time soften the edges of the conflict? Or is this reported decision by Prince William a sign that the chapter of close brotherhood, as they once knew it, has indeed closed? This situation certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the intersection of personal lives and immense public roles, the weight of expectation, and the enduring complexities of family dynamics played out on the world stage. What are your thoughts on this latest development? Do you believe reconciliation is still possible between Prince William and Prince Harry? Or do you agree with the assessment that the divide is likely to widen? Please share your opinions and perspectives in the comments section below. We always appreciate hearing from our thoughtful community. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth look at a challenging situation within the royal family. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for our next royal update. Until then, take care.